Are you going to say anything about
I'll
this?
say, okay, so this is a novel in which there are 4 parents and 6 children and some marriage and remarriage. And this is a scene in which the mother and the stepfather let the kids run feral. Take it away, Alan Alda.
No one was surprised that there was a gun in the car, even though Cal was the only one who'd known it was there. And he only knew about it because he'd been nosing around in the glove compartment a few days before while Beverly was in the grocery store, and he'd found it, proving yet again that sometimes a person just has to look. What surprised all of them, though, Cal included, was that Bert had left it in the car. It made them think he must have another gun in his motel room. Bert liked a gun in his briefcase, in the nightstand, in the drawer of his desk. He liked to talk about the criminals he had put away and how a person never knew, and how he had to protect his family, and how he wasn't going to let the other guy make the first move. But really, it was just that Bert liked guns. The mesmerizing item was the gin. The parents might enjoy a drink every now and then, but it wasn't like they had to take it with them. They had never seen gin in the car before. That was something special. You know, you can't take it, Holly said, looking back to the door of the parents' room. She was talking about both the gun and the gin. Stop. Just in case something happens, Cal said. He put the gun in the brown paper sack along with the candy bars and Cokes. Jeanette had taken her Coke and 2 candy bars out of the bag already and put them in her purse. She took the bottle from her brother and started working on the seal, teasing it loosely, so gently that it finally gave itself up to her little fingers in a single replaceable piece. She put the seal in her coin purse and gave the bottle back to her brother. Then they set out for the lake, Caroline carrying the map. It was hotter than they expected it to be, though no hotter than it had been the day before or the day before that. The sky was already turning white, clamping a pervasive dullness onto the landscape. Holly scratched at her arms and complained about the mosquitoes. Like her stepmother, she was particularly sensitive to mosquitoes. The grass in the field across from the motel, the field that the waitress had told them to cut through, came up to their waists and was as high as Albie's chest. But being right up in it, they could see the tiny flecks of yellow flowers blooming on the stalks. "Can you see the lake?" Albie asked. He had ketchup smeared across the blue and yellow striped shirt that Beverly had bought for him. His hands were sticky. "Stop," Cal said. He put up his hand flat to the sky. They stopped like soldiers all at once. "Turn around," he said, and they turned around. "What's that building right there, Cal?" Cal was talking to his brother, pointing across the street. "The pine cone," Albie said. How far did she say it was from the pine cone to the lake? In the quiet, they could hear the cars whizzing past. Deep in the grass, the crickets rubbed their wings together. The birds called out overhead. 2 miles, maybe a little less, Franny said. She knew it wasn't her question to answer, but she couldn't stop herself. There was something about standing there that was making her uneasy. The dry weeds pricking at her shins. There was no path through the field. Cal pointed at his brother. It was funny the way he could be so much like his father while being nothing like him at all. "Albie?" 2 miles, Albie said. He started chopping at the grass with his open hand and then began swinging his arm back and forth like a scythe. "So now you know we're not here, and you know I can't see the lake." Cal started walking again, and the rest of them pushed ahead. The field was bigger than it had looked from a distance, and after a while they couldn't see the pine cone anymore, and they couldn't see anything else either, just the grass and the washed-out sky. Several members of the party wondered if they were still going in the right direction. "Are we there now?" Albie said. "Shut up," Holly said. A grasshopper the size of a baby's fist jumped up from the dry grass and attached itself to her shirt, and she screamed.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.